Finally, a day where it's not raining. Hello everyone and welcome back again. So today is the 23rd of April 2025 and I thought I'd give you a bit of a garden tour, have a good look around everything and everything what's going on at the moment up to now. It's going to be quite a long video, so if you haven't already, do grab yourselves a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or your preferred method of beverage. We'll start in the polytunnel. All my existing subscribers know I built this polytunnel last spring using old pallets, an old blow-away polytunnel frame and extended it with the blue PVC piping. Framed it all out inside using roofing battens. Did all that for really cheap. But we'll have a good look around in here, have a look at everything. So as soon as you come in, I've got these two, they're old water tanks. This is usually what I grow my carrots in. So we've got some germinated in these and growing along nicely. They need thinning out and watering, very dry. And then next to that we've got, I think this one is probably the biggest Elsay for Petronel's giant onion growing challenge that I have. Don't know, the other ones in the other pots might be a little bit bigger, but I've let myself down drastically with these onions this year and we've had another disaster, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. Hanging baskets are looking absolutely brilliant, coming along really nicely. Be time to get these out once these showers of rain stop. But these are all, got this morning glory starting to flower, didn't even notice that. But these are all sown from seed. And then we've got lobelias in this one. And they're all a different mix of stuff. These two have been in all winter. They're from last year, and these two are planted up a couple of weeks ago. And I do still have a few more in there that I want to get filled up and planted up. But we've got all seedlings ready to go here. These are all lobelias in this tray. And then all petunias in that tray behind there. Calendulas and some more petunias in there. Some beetroot and some more morning glories in there. We've got a tray of potatoes that I've been trying to get planted for about 2-3 weeks now, and every time I go to do it something pops up and I have to stop what I'm doing. The ambassador peas, I'm going to get rid of these. I'm just going to pick out some of them, put them in a pot, save them for seed, but the rest can go. Had very poor germination on that. These strawberry plants, we've had, Bobby's had his first few strawberries the other day. A couple there nearly ready, a couple more here. And then there's a few on this one that are about ready. But these are the early variety and they're usually up there. I've just got them soaking in some water there as they're very dry. We've managed to clear this whole side and I've decided I'm going to cut the bottoms out of a load more pots to plant them the same as we've done on this side. This side we've already got this side we do already have some more carrots planted in the tub here, a couple of onions in front of that, some more potatoes ready to go out there, a giant cabbage desperately needs planting out, just not 100% sure where I'm going to put it. A big spider?
Yeah, in the school.
In the school?
Yeah.
Can you see it from here, can you?
Yeah.
It must be very big then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in these pots, these have got the bottoms cut out.
What are you doing?
Just like this pot here.
What are you doing?
I'm just showing everybody what we've got planted in the polytunnel. So these are all tomatoes. We've got 2 Maisie, 2 Realising, and then at the back these are all giant varieties, and we've got 2 purple tomatillos. The raised bed in the back is where I've planted my onions, and some of you, if you've watched previous videos, you'll notice there's another one missing from the back there, which unfortunately that was rotten as well. I should have noticed it when I noticed the others really, but I left it in thinking it'd amount to something, but it never did. So we've pulled that out just so it doesn't affect the others, and we'll get something else planted in there, not a problem. But these are looking quite good. These two here are the long day, and all the rest are the LC for Polytunnel giant onion growing challenge again. I think maybe the bigger ones are at the back. But we do have some more in pots out the front. Up on the shelf above the window, we've got all the lupins. They're ready to be planted out and potted on. And what's left of the tomatoes to go in on this side. You see what's there, Bobby? Look, look.
It's ready!
That one's ready, yes.
Is that ready too?
That one's ready too. There you go. They're nice?
Oh, nice.
Yeah? Good?
Strawberries.
Absolutely loves his strawberries, this boy. We've got some more condor potatoes. They desperately need planting out. I just haven't had the time over this last week. Some spare cauliflowers, Brussels sprouts, Bedfordshire champion onions, the pepper plants. This is probably a quarter of them. The rest are all in the other polytunnel, which we'll have a look at in a minute.
Ready?
Yep. Some carnation. Desperately need some water. Get them in that tray. Some sunflowers, and then a load of sweet corn. They'll all be going out in a few weeks. But that is about it for inside the polytunnel. Don't be picking the ones that aren't ready. If they're not ready, they're not going to be very nice, mate.
They're nice.
Okay. Nice?
Nice.
Is it juicy?
Juicy.
Yeah? Good job. So just outside you'll see a big pile of bags of compost here. They're all to do a compost trial, which I've been trying to film for about 2-3 weeks now. Just haven't got around to doing it. Compost bays, these both full and need flipping over into these two. I just need to empty what's left in them. There's not much left in them between them, and get these flipped over. We've got the elephant garlic on top of there, all looking really good, and a couple of spare LC giant onions. These probably looking better than the ones that are planted up. The long roots, we'll jump up there and have a look now. These are not looking so great this year, not happy with them at all. I've done about 4 sowings of the beetroot. There's something in this garden that just absolutely loves beetroot. Got carrot, parsnip, and a radish right in the end there. Like I say, I'm not holding out any hope for these this year, but we've got plenty of other giant veg on the go. So if they don't do anything, it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll just have to work it out and do better for next year, I think. This raised bed here is where I'm planning on planting the corn. It's all covered with cardboard. Just need to get rid of all these pots and junk out of it. Get the cardboard removed, get a bit of fresh compost on top, and get them planted out probably in the next month. And behind that I've got 3 large pots, and these have all got giant sunflowers in. I did have them covered up, uncovered them, and straight away something's had a nibble on that one, but they should be okay. They'll recover. In this barrel, this is where we've been inoculating the biochar. If you didn't see the video for that, there's a video on the channel. That's doing alright in there. We've got all the brassicas planted in here. So we've got 2 rows of Ironman calabrese and 2 rows of the aviso broccoli, and no signs of the carrots in between them or the beetroots on the end yet. The old cupboards, they're all filled up, ready to go. They're ready to be planted in. Comfrey coming back nicely. These 2 barrels here, we've got the giant parsnips planted, and these seem to be doing rather well. Already getting a decent bit of growth on there, and some nice foliage. Potatoes coming up over there. In this bed here, we've got the giant kohlrabi, giant swede, and another giant swede, and the 2 beetroots that got absolutely annihilated. They seem to be coming back, so might just be a case of get them planted somewhere. But as you can see on that swede there, something's been having a nibble on that. So I think I'm either going to have to get some slug pellets or up my game on slug patrol. We've got a few pots of potatoes planted up here. A couple of these have got condors in, some are rocket, some are Maris pear. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tubs there. The Picasso in the big 500 litre bag, they're all starting to come up, and we've got all those planters along the side of the polytunnel there. These are also filled with potatoes. We've got a couple coming through here and there. Each one of these sections is 20 litres, and I've put 2 seed potatoes in each one. And then I've interplanted some onions along the edge. Then we've got another 2 comfrey plants taking over back here. And this is the best rhubarb's ever looked. Been forcing that. These are some nice thick stems, and they're going to be absolutely lovely. So I'll just give them a few more days and we'll pick them nice and early. There'll be some really nice sweet rhubarb there. We've got another 5 tubs of Picasso along the back there. The garlic planted for green garlic, that's doing really well. And then another 2 condor right in the back there. Another condor in this one here. Purple potatoes in that one, dahlias in that one. All the shallots, they're all looking alright. 1 or 2 seem to have rotted off in the bad weather, but I'll just pull them out, get rid, and I've got plenty of replacements to replace them, so we'll just chuck some fresh ones in there. Got another 5 tubs of potatoes here, just starting to come through, so I think we should have plenty of potatoes. Then 4 tubs of carrots, just getting germination on them. Couple of spots. If there's any that don't germinate, I'll just re-sow. Got lettuce doing really well along the bottom here. I've been picking leaves off these as and when I want them. More strawberries along here. Loads of flowers and loads of strawberries coming on these. Some more green garlic and some more strawberries there. And all the garlic is looking really good. I think this year we're going to be in for the best harvest of garlic that I've ever had. There doesn't seem to be much of a difference as of now with the amount planted in each basket, but they seem to be doing really well in these. And the tub that we did, the 3 whole bulbs, all 3 of them got bunches on them. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 on that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on that back one. And they're actually looking quite good. No idea what's going to happen when it comes to harvesting them. Whether or not they'll bulb up, I don't know. But stay tuned to find out. Got a couple of fruit bushes. I think these were the red currants and those are the black currants. Again, this will probably be the first year we have decent harvest off these. Got another 5 tubs of Picasso potatoes here. They're all just starting to come through again. The raspberries, they've taken over this area now. Between the raspberries, the sweet williams, the lupins, the 3-cornered leek and the comfrey, it's theirs. They can have it. Ooh, Crystal. Yeah, they can take over that area. I really don't mind that being a bit wild. In the dog bed, we've got a couple of shallots, a couple of lettuces, and I did have some really nice looking beetroots back here. But again, they've just been absolutely annihilated. Don't know what it is, but beetroot seems to be a real issue this year. The planters at the front of the house, we've got the parsley in here, a pot of chives and a couple more lettuces, hanging baskets of flowers above them. Strawberries all in these 2, they're all looking really well. Starting to get a few flowers on these now as well. Just need to come in here, weed them. How the hell's a potato got in here? These all need clearing out and replanting. These baskets at the back and all these tubs of flowers in the front, they need sorting out. But we've got mints, a few different mints, some calendulas, loads of roses, another load of potatoes. We've got rocket, Maris Piper. In those, daffodils and tulips, they can be taken out of here now and kept. I'll leave them to dry out and collect all the bulbs over the winter. Got the Japanese Acer. Glad that's come back. That got absolutely battered in the wind. And then a couple more pots of flowers and some Calvert and Wonder peas in the back there. They need trellising desperately. And I've also managed to plant out all the sweet peas, and I've also put in a couple of passion flowers, but we're getting all sorts germinating in here. That's the beauty of homemade compost. Really end up with a lot of things sprouting up. But so I've managed to get a net over this big raised bed at the back here. This is where we've got the elephant garlic, onions, carrots. Got good germination on these so far. A couple still that haven't. Same with the long carrot, there's still a few there that haven't germinated, but otherwise majority of them have. Same with the long beetroot and the parsnips. There's one parsnip that hasn't germinated, so we'll get that resown. But everything else in this bed is looking really good. Very happy with how that's looking for now. The 3 LC onions that went in the air pots. I've put them in this fabric planter and just put a load of compost in the bottom just to help with root growth and make it a bit easier to keep them wet. But these are looking quite good. I'm quite happy with these, considering it's done nothing but rain since I put them out. They're not looking too bad. That's probably the better looking one. Lost a couple of the cactuses, so I'll just put them out here. Don't want to put them in the compost because it could be very painful, so I'm waiting for the bin day and they can go in the wheelie bin. That is about it for the front garden and the front polytunnel. We'll pop around the back, have a look at everything around there in a minute. And just like to say, if you haven't already, guys, please do consider subscribing. It costs absolutely nothing and helps out the channel a great deal. So we'll pop around the back and have a look out there now. So out the back we've got the pots of garlic up the top there, and then below that we've got a showing of peas. They're the rondo, some fasto onions and some lettuces in front of them, and a few strawberries popping up here and there. This is where I've planted the onion that I'm letting go to seed. We've got a couple of flower spikes coming up on that now. That was planted in there about a week ago now. In this big pot up here we've got one of the heavy carrots for Jimmy's heavy carrot challenge, and I've surrounded that with fasto onions just to help deter any pests. I've got a load more garlic in pots up here. These seem to be doing really well as well. I'm very surprised with how well the garlic's doing this year. But we've got probably 15 of these pots dotted about, and a couple with different amounts in each one, just to try and see what does better. Got a full 72 cell tray of petunias and a full 72 cell tray of elysiums. And in this polytunnel it is looking a bit of a mess at the moment, but we've got some potatoes in trays to be planted out again there. Some more there. Giant runner beans, a couple of lettuces. We've planted tomatoes every other. Already got some flowers coming on this one. That's a sun gold. But all in them trays in the back, they've got tomatoes in and a load of carrots in front of them. Some spare giant cabbages and a spare giant swede. A couple of the second sowing of pumpkins. Not looking very good, I might just get rid of those. Cabbages and some more calabrese. Some more spare tomatoes, onions, lettuce, sweet corn, more tomatoes, more onions, more strawberries, dwarf French beans, they're all coming up. Potatoes for the single seed potato challenge. Out of the 9 chits that I cut up, I've ended up with 4 plants. That one's just coming through, so that'll be 5, and that one, so that'll be 6. I do have another 3 that have not come up. They're in the house separately, and if they do come up I'll bring them out, but so far they have not come up. So it's looking like we've got 6 plants that are way behind everyone else's, Nick's and Robert's, up here by now. I don't know what the hell's happened with them, but time will tell. There's still plenty we could do, still plenty of growing time left. This tray at the back, all that beetroot's starting to bolt, so I just need to get rid of that, empty that tray out and do something else with it. The pepper plants in here, they're all looking really good now, coming along quite nicely. Nice size to them, they're probably about ready to be potted on. We've got the tomatoes for Mark over at Gang Peanuts tomato grow along. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Another couple of radishes, early showing again. some spare heavy carrots, some chard, marigolds, leeks, some dahlias. These are a showpiece mix, and then biggest surprise of all in here is the grapes. That's coming along quite nicely now, quite a nice bit of growth on that. As you can see, looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little bunches on there, so we might actually get some grapes this year. That'll be a nice surprise if we do. And then up on top of this shelf we've got some more lettuces, calabrese and some nasturtiums up there. And that is about it for in here. I'm going to do a separate video on the grow tents, but for now that is pretty much everything what's going on in both polytunnels and the front garden. It's going to be it for me today. Just like to say a massive thank you for watching, especially those who watch all the way to the end. Really appreciate that, and please do drop me a comment below just to let me know. It gives me an idea of how many of you actually watched till the end. But for today, that's going to be it. So thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel a great deal and helps us grow a lot more. The more subscribers we get, the more views we get, the more the content gets pushed out, the more it inspires me to make more videos for you. So till next time, bye for now.